Welcome to the AirQ1000 instructional video. Looks like you caught me right at the end of the installation. Would you like to see one performed? Good, good. Why don't you do me a favor? Inside your AirQ1000 is your instructional manual. Why don't you grab that and follow along?
Now, once you've removed your AirQ1000 from its shipping container, you're going to want to open it up and make sure that all the appropriate materials are inside. First of all, you'll see your user guide here on the left. And on the right, you should have all of the proper materials you will need to install your AirQ1000. That includes your nebulizing head, silicone hose, and a pitot tube, also known as a Prolitech injector tube. And then there will be a separate box which will contain your mounting screws and your power adapters, and you should be good to go.
Now, when you're ready to start your installation of the AirQ1000, what you want to do is to size up your air handling system. Right here we have our basic AHU, casino sized, and you'll notice they're broken down into sections. The mixing box, the filter section, you have the fan section, and then your supply air duct here at the very end. You want to make sure that you install the machine either in the fan section or on the supply duct. Never on the return side, never before any filters, never before any coils. Always after the fan or right at the fan itself. The easiest way to fire the fan is to open up the fan panel and look inside. That is your common supply fan. Once you've located your installation point, you want to make sure that you have power and that you've worked it out ahead of time with the engineers that it's okay to have access to the unit. Now that you've selected your injection point, you want to get all your mounting hardware, which would include your pitot tube, your mounting screws, your prong adapter for your plug. To insert the prongs, simply line up the upper notch into the plug and snap it into place. Another important pre-installation step is to note the serial number as well as the O-rings on the stem of the appliance to make sure they are in place, not cracked, torn, loose, broken. Make sure that the integrity is good to go. Okay. Begin your installation. Make sure you have it positioned to the proper height and as level as possible. First, unscrew one fastener into one of the upper holes of the appliance to hold it in place. Once you're in place, you want to use your level to make sure the machine is sitting level with the floor. Now, insert the second screw onto the other upper hole. And then install two fasteners on the bottom of the appliance to maintain its integrity and security to the wall. This will ensure that the appliance cannot be bumped or knocked off the wall. For this step of the installation process, you're going to be drilling a 1/2 inch hole above the unit, preferably not more than 6 feet, to insert your pitot tube. Make sure you're wearing proper eye protection during this step, as metal shards will come off of the hole you're drilling and can cause serious eye damage. You may want to ensure that you have a drill with a functioning battery. This brings me to point 2. Always bring a charged battery. Next, you'll want to insert the pitot tube into the hole you just drilled. Ensure that the pitot tube is facing the direction of airflow into the space you are inserting it into. For example, if you're going into a supply duct, you'd want it to point in the direction the air is moving in the supply duct. In a fan chamber, you want it to point towards the fan itself. Then to secure the pitot tube to the wall, use the 3 fasteners supplied with the unit. Now to install the silicone hose, what you want to first do is insert the nebulizing head into the appliance. Make sure to line the back port up with the air stem itself. Line it up properly, do not damage the O-rings. Now you want to remove the weatherproofing grommet off the top of the case. And feed the silicone hose into the hole going into the casing. Attach the hose to the bottle.
I'm sure trying. There we go.
And then reattach the waterproofing grommet to the top of the case. Make sure to tighten fully to ensure integrity and water tightness.
It's just that easy.
Now the next step is to measure the silicone hose to the pitot tube. Make sure you measure just enough to keep the tube taut and not allow any sags. Once you determine that length, cut off the excess tubing and attach the silicone hose to the pitot tube. To change out a cartridge, first unpack the new cartridge of fragrance.
Aqua Fresca.
Next, ensure the device is turned off. Way to go! Now what you want to do is disconnect the bottle from the stem by removing the hose and pulling forward on the bottle. Fully removing it and keeping it free from spilling. Next you want to unscrew the nebulizing head from the empty cartridge. And check it for cracks in the lid, missing or clogged screens on the bottom of the bottle, or any other visible damage you might note. Next you want to store the bottle, the head in the empty bottle, and open the new cartridge.
Careful not to spill.
Insert the head into the new cartridge, ensuring that the lid is tightened down completely.
You want to make sure that it's on there straight. That's why you have to be most careful. This time we got her.
Next, replace the cartridge and the nebulizing head back into the appliance. And reattach the silicone hose.
There we go.
Turn the machine on manually to test nebulization.
Look at that plume.
The plume means it's working. The AQ1000 is equipped with an onboard computer, allowing you to program it for multiple days and multiple duty cycles. To program the AQ1000, refer to the instruction manual. For post-installation, you want to make sure that your work area is clean and tidy as you found it. Make sure all your tools are put away and all your garbage is disposed of properly.
Don't worry, I will.